This is this is wild for my ADHD. Chaos. Absolute chaos. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh. Oh.
I tried to eat.
Stunning shot. Wow. Oh. Interesting. Oh. He's encroaching on her space in the pool. Okay. It's like shot like a horror film. Why are that is the question. Why are we being horrified right now over this? Oh. She is a phenomenal actress. Don't look at me like that. Oh, this is wild. We are back finally with more Mitski. We're doing the music videos today. I took a little bit of a break last week, unplanned. I just needed some time, and I wanted to really, I always want to love and really like give everything in my reaction. So I didn't want to come on and just do it half-assed. So here we are. I'm so excited to do more Mitski and see the visuals. This is going to be the first time I'm doing her music videos, and I know that she was previously a film student before she went into the recording program, whatever music. I don't know the name of the program, whatever it was that she ended up in to do with music. She was previously a film major, which is really cool to know about. And, you know, if you're an artist, you're an artist. So I'm sure her vision is stunning, and I can't wait. And I can't wait to see how it kind of colors how obviously I always take the first reaction just purely how I'm resonating with it, but then I always find the music videos kind of give me more insight into what the actual artist was thinking. So it always kind of just gives a new perspective. Super excited about that. Anyways, hello, welcome to Passion Dump of an Artist. My name is Val. Welcome back. If you are not new, if you're new, then welcome to the channel. If you love Mitski, especially because we are prioritizing Mitski right now here on this channel, but I also do Lana Del Rey, Aurora, One Direction. We're doing some Lorde. I just did a Hayley Williams, her new project. We do lots, big range of things. We'll do Sabrina Carpenter when it comes out. We'll do Ethel Cain when it comes out. Anyways, if that all sounds interesting and fun to you, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. I want to know what your favorite music video is. If you have seen them before, or if you're just watching them with me, I still want to know. And I also have a Patreon where I put up my uncut reactions. It always goes up usually about a week, sometimes way longer than a week before I get it up on YouTube. So if you're excited about my content, that's a great place to get the content right away, but then also support this project that I'm doing, which is me being me. Anyways, let's go straight into it here. All right, so we've got a playlist, and it looks like this is not pretty much, this is the entire album, right? So we have a visual for everything. So that's super exciting. Here we go. I'm so excited. Let's go, Mitski. I'm loving this journey, and you guys are showing up for me in a big way, and it makes me happy. Thank you, by the way, for all the comments, for all the love. It's so fun. Ooh, that's cool.
There's nobody better than you. It took me a while till I knew.
This is
that you knew from this.
This is wild for my ADHD. I'm just like, I'm not even like, I don't know what the reaction looks like because I'm just like honed right in. It's really good. It's really stimulating for the ADHD, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Mitski.
Start, it was us, didn't you? It just took me a while till I knew. Now I lay as I study a blank wall. Would you spare me your voice?
Interesting.
Cause you waited and watered my heart till it grew.
It's interesting. It definitely, I mean, I talked a lot about this in the original reaction where sonically it feels like that spinning that you do in your brain, that reeling that can happen when something's on your mind. And that's kind of what the video is doing as well. So it's kind of doing that. And then we've got little outline of this woman, this girl, but she's faceless. So it's very interesting. It's getting my wheels turning for sure. We'll get more. We'll get more into it, but I'm definitely finding it very stimulating and very interesting.
There's some kind of burning inside me.
Oh.
It's kept me from falling apart.
Okay.
And I'm sure that you've seen what it's done to my heart, but it's kept me from falling apart. Now here I lay as I wonder about you.
Wow.
Would you just tell me what I'm meant to do? 'Cause I've waited and watered my heart till it grew. You can see how it's blossomed for you. And I don't blame you if you want to.
Chaos. Absolute chaos.
But maybe when you tell your friends, you can tell them
Whoa.
just how I am, not the way I am. And I don't mean to make your heart blue, but could we be what we're meant to be? I'm just about to beg you, please. And then when you tell your friends, you can tell them what you saw in me, and not the way I used to be. 'Cause there's nobody better than you.
That was very interesting. The facelessness was really interesting to me. And then there was a part that was like just the outline without the like glasses, and it looked interesting. My brain might just be being weird, but it was interesting. It was an interesting choice, which I appreciate. I always appreciate. But the facelessness is just getting my brain going. And it's also reminding me how bad at facial recognition I have. I think that's part of my neurodivergency. I think it might be an autistic trait. I remember reading somewhere or, relating to some other autistic people that were saying they struggle with faces. And that is true for me. Like if I meet you one time and I meet you on the street like a week later, I won't recognize your face. To be honest, it's just, I don't know. It's just, anyways. So it was making me think of that, of how, when I think about people that I haven't seen for a long time, I do have a hard time sometimes, at least getting the like details of their face. Yeah. So it started making me think of that. Again, I love the flashing was very interesting and chaotic. The colors, I'm wondering if the colors had if it was just random or if the colors were a symbol. There's a lot that you could look into. But that was very interesting. That was very, very interesting. Okay, next one is square. Oh my god, this one is I love square. I'm probably gonna say that for all of them if I'm being honest. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh.
Your room was square. I once noticed from there in your bed as you
Alcohol,
slept,
caffeine, nicotine.
I held my breath. Everything had its own place, and I wondered what space would I take in the order you kept.
Oh.
I tried to eat like your girlfriend, just tea in the night. I'd end up too hungry.
Oh. This has got to be the most freaking relatable thing ever. And there's like something about it that's also super uncomfortable to watch. Why? What is making me feel uncomfortable? I like to like try to understand why I'm feeling certain things as I watch them. But there's something about this that it feels really intimate, very like close up to her face, but there's something so vulnerable about her acting in this. It feels really uncomfortable for me. It feels very intimate. She's really letting us in. I don't know, I just feel like it's so relatable too, just like to be looking around and just be like, oh my gosh. And just being an observer of all these things, and it starts you spinning into thinking about everything else. What kind of person this is? How do I fit in with this kind of person? And it's very interesting.
Hungry to sleep, so lying awake, I would follow the aching inside. I would find it's for you won't be mine. I tried my hardest, for I'd never learned.
Stunning shot. Wow.
Love shouldn't burn. And I would have offered you all that you yearn for, but I was still waiting for something to earn.
Oh.
What is that quiet of snow in the night? The dark rings with white noise as you stand and drown. Maybe it's all of these snowflakes screaming a choir of mute as they brace for the ground.
What I loved about that last scene, that was so long, by the way, just one shot, so long, and it starts making you feel, again, you feel a bit uncomfortable, which is brilliant because you're feeling what she's feeling, because she's feeling uncomfortable, trying to figure out where she fits, trying to understand how this will work or not work. It just gave me that feeling that I know it was intentional, because that's what she's feeling, is that discomfort and kind of being on edge. And I felt like as the viewer, I was on edge, like when is it going to resolve to the next scene? Like it started to make me feel a bit anxious. I love how untidy the apartment is. It's just realistic and cool. Very cool.
Well, that's my right. Hope you had a good night. You know you made me happy. Here, shake my hand. You make
She's
such
leaving. Yep.
a good man. Never once did you know me. I tried my hardest, for how do you learn?
The running.
God's very simple, and love doesn't burn. And maybe you'd offer me all that I yearn for, but I was still waiting for something to earn. Silly me waiting.
So interesting. Oh my god. Yeah, the running. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that. I think that was in a few songs where, and running doesn't always necessarily mean it's a bad thing. There's no judgment there. Certainly there is a tendency in that I'm noticing over this record of a few songs where it's a runner. She's running away from certain things. Again, it might be completely justified. Sometimes that is the way to protect yourself, but it's that was a very interesting video, kind of showing that there was a lot of contemplation. You know, most of the video was her, you know, being in that contemplative state, trying to figure out that discomfort and what it means, what those feelings mean, but ultimately she puts her clothes on and leaves. Very interesting. Okay, Strawberry Blonde. I love this one. and you guys gave me a little bit more theory that I hadn't necessarily thought about the first time I listened to it, with the white lines and how she would feel in this, you know, culture of, you know, white supremacy and you know, the norm of that. So I thought that was very, I mean, I loved the song anyway to start, but I thought that even gave it a little bit more dimension for me as well, that I just found really cool, a perspective that makes sense that I didn't pick up on right away. But I love to hear your theory. Make sure you guys, like, you know, I want to hear them. Like, let me know all your theories, because she's such a complex writer that there's always going to be way more than anything that I bring up in the first time listening to a song. And so I very much appreciate when you guys, you know, give me more of those perspectives, especially because you guys have had so much more time with it, and it just kind of helps me see that new perspective. I love it. So I'm interested in what the video is going to be for this.
I love everybody because I love you. When you stood up, walked away barefoot, and the grass where you lay left a bed in your shape, I looked over it and I ached. I love everybody because I love you. I don't need the city and I don't need the proof. All I need, darling, is a life in your shape. I picture it soft and I ache. Look at you, strawberry blonde. Reach out the car window, trying to hold the wind. You tell me you love her, I give you a grin. Oh, all I ever wanted was a life in your shape. So I follow the white lines, keep my eyes on the road as I ache. Look at you, strawberry blonde, fields rolling on. I love it when you call my name. Can you hear the bumblebees swarm, watching your arm? I love it when you look my way. Look at you, strawberry blonde, fields rolling on. I love it when you call my name. Can you hear the bumblebees swarm, watching your arm? I love it when you look my way. Look at you, strawberry blonde, fields rolling on. I love it when you call my name.
That was such a that was such a start, because I was like mesmerized. We're like in this, you know, we're rushing past in the car, and then the hand was a little bit of a jump scare, and I was like, okay, and now I like totally get it, because I do the same thing in the window. I love to hear or feel the wind on my fingertips, and also I was thinking how calming it is, like when you really just listen to the lyrics. Like if you watch my original reaction to just the song, looking at the lyrics, in many ways it was devastating to me, because there was just so much longing, and I've been dealing with a lot of that lately, and so it really hit me. It really like I felt that I really related to that. But then I was not confused, but I was like, oh my God, but it's like sounds so happy. But then the video kind of makes me realize that it's not this like open deep wound where she's gonna like cry like I did at that point when I did the reaction. The words really hit me, because I feel like the wound was, I was just in a wounded place. I was in, you know, it felt, because I was dealing with this stuff and processing it right at the time where I listened to it. So it felt fresh and open. And I'm realizing that I really think that her perspective writing this is not from that place. It's more from a little bit more of a detached place, a little bit more of a calmer place, but it's like, it's that wound that's always there. It's like he lives rent free in your head, but you're not like crying over it every day, but it's just like, it's there. It's always there. I don't know. For some reason, the video gave me that insight. I don't know why, but it just did. Anyways, and that was a huge jump scare going straight to them. I was like, what? because I was so used to everything just going by. And so that was very effective though, because it was, you know, we're rushing by and then it's stillness, which is really interesting because it probably feels like that when she's with this person that she has such deep feelings for. It probably feels like the world slows down in some ways. And so it's pretty cool that it's depicted that way. Can you hear the bumblebee score? Watch your arm, I love it when you look my way.
Isaiah, 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 Isaiah.
Interesting. And that was the same guy that she just left the bed of in the other video. I wonder if they're like all connected. Right? Am I right about that? Oh. So, wow. So interesting. I need to hear all the theories, please. I need to hear, because there's like, it's definitely getting my brain going, but I have no idea what that last with the, like, it looked like some type of like triangle there. Love triangle, maybe. I don't know. At least in her head, in the, you know, from her perspective with the feelings. Ha! Super interesting. Whatever. Super intriguing. But yeah, anybody who's had the chance to kind of watch this multiple times and has a theory, I'd love to hear it. Please, please, please give it to me. But really cool. Like I said, that the thing I liked most about it is the stillness after us watching so much, you know, rushing past. That was really effective. It's beautiful. Okay, Humpty. Ooh, I really love Humpty too. We got another laying in bed in a bedroom. Okay. This one is really super interesting for me as well.
I'll live in the bathtub. It's cool and clean. It's smooth and it's steady. It's all that I need. I broke our belongings. They're all on the floor. The room is now empty. Nothing left to throw. All the eggshells are on the ground, and I'm trying to pick them up.
She's
They crack and crumble.
Oh.
It's all too much.
Interesting.
Too frail for me to touch. All the eggshells are on the ground.
That's so interesting. So she's very maybe aware of herself and how she's being perceived. Maybe what we're talking about with this camera on her, with this guy with the camera. Super interesting. These are so artsy and fun. I'm loving it. These are awesome. I'm wondering too if the actor in the bed with her was the same strawberry blonde guy that she was sitting there, the first guy. Sorry. These are definitely getting my brain going. It's super fun.
And I'm trying to pick them up, but they crack and crumble. It's all too much, too frail for me to touch.
Who is this? This is the guy from the bed.
I'll live in the bathtub, surrounded by tiles, oh so square and so steady.
okay, because what I was thinking was, because when I listened to it at first, I was thinking, you know, because it was her escape, it really felt like it was her escape. And then when he came in the bathtub with her, I was like, no, but this is her escape. What are you doing? He's encroaching on her space. And then it clicked. I was like, okay. And then the guy is filming them. So it's about being perceived, and I think, and not being given the space that you need, and just feeling like this person is constantly just encroaching on everything, I think, and it's just being too much. But she's like trying, you can tell by her expression that she's trying to be like kind about it, and she's not being indignant about it, you know what I mean? Like, she's trying, but it's like, buddy, she was trying to escape to the bathroom. Why did you come? That's how I'm reading it, especially just with the knowing, or how I interpreted the song anyway. Very interesting.
I will die in their cool, cool arms. I broke what you gave me, but you kept giving more, and I'm sorry for taking, but I keep wanting more, more, more.
Oh, now she's by herself.
The eggshells are on the ground, and I'm trying to pick them up, but they crack and crumble. It's all too much to.
Sorry, so interesting. It's blowing my mind, because there was a part of me that was thinking, oh god, she's a brilliant fucking actress too, that she was able to convey all this in like one look. What I got was, at first it felt like she almost felt lonely to be in the bathtub by herself, but then when she saw him, there was like this slight, like, oh fuck, you again. So it was like, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's really showing how you can feel different things all at once. Our emotions are so complex. So you can be like lonely when you're by yourself and be like, oh my god, I wish he was here with me. But then he comes and you're like, oh fuck, why are you here? You know what I mean? Like, our emotions can do that. It's very confusing and complicated, but our emotions do that. That was interesting. She's actually a brilliant actress. I will say that she was able to convey that to me in one tiny scene.
Frail for me to touch. All the eggshells are on the ground, and I'm trying.
As I say, there's more discomfort that he's showing now. Maybe he feels the energy as well. They're not holding hands this time.
Humpty Dumpty, you're much too frail for me to touch. Humpty Dumpty, it's much too much.
So freaking interesting. Holy shit. Yeah, that was so interesting. So well done. Oh my goodness. Okay. I Want You. I love how all of them are black and white, except for that first one with the flashes of color. But I like how they're all kind of cohesive in that way, though.
But
it? Oh, is this song in the Hayley Williams new project? And it's kind of making me think of, because this song kind of, well, because she talks about being in the car, right? In this song too. And in there's one song in Hayley Williams' new project that talks about how the long journey or something from the car to the house, something like that. I'm getting it wrong. I know I am. But it just made me think of that like phenomena where you're frozen, kind of not being able to move forward. There's a lot of contemplating in these. A lot of contemplation, a lot of just being stuck and not knowing how to move forward, which is kind of what I got from this song anyway, too. Just being confused with your feelings.
I just need a quiet place where I can scream how I love you. I found you. I found the door. But when I stepped through, there was no floor. You're coming back, and it's the end of the world.
She's shooting it.
We're starting over, and I love you, darling, and I am done here. You're in the house, and I am here in the car. I just need a quiet place where I can scream how I love you.
Walk. Interesting. So interesting. Yeah. Playing with a lot of things to do with like perception and perception of self, and then also how others perceive you. There's a lot of that, I feel like, going on, which does kind of color how I am interpreting the songs as well. I mean, it hasn't all come together for me yet. The way my brain works is I I explain this in my Lana videos a lot, is I consider myself like kind of the way I do these things. It's almost like I'm a squirrel, like collecting little details and little nuts, and eventually it kind of all paints a big picture in my head. But that's kind of, I start from, well, that's like the difference between bottom up and top down processing, right? And so that's it. It's like I'm collecting little, little facts, and in order to make this big picture, but I don't start with the big picture, if that makes sense. It takes me a little bit too, but I do feel like once I get to it, I have a very nuanced and detailed perception of whatever I'm trying to collect information about. So it's just interesting, because I find right now that I still don't have the total big picture, but there's a lot of little things to collect and details to collect. So I'm excited about that. Shame. Interesting. In the pool. Okay.
It feels so good. It feels so good. And right outside the door, nobody knows. They're right outside the door, and they don't know how it feels so good. It feels so good.
This is very interesting. Oh.
I never was very good. I haven't been so good. But
It's like shot like a horror film.
the door, nobody knows. They're right outside the door, and they don't know how it feels so good.
There's something about him doing something so normal in this video called, or in this song about shame, which we can, you know, say is probably to do with like masturbation, I would say, I think is the popular opinion on it. Even though I went a different way in my, but like same feelings though, obviously shame is shame and it's sexual shame. But I was just thinking, I was like, it's so interesting that he's just doing something so normal like swimming. And I'm like trying to find the metaphor in it. And then I'm like, that's it. It's something so normal and natural and human. Why are we feeling shame about it? Right? I don't know. I think that's what we're doing here. And I think like showing the shots of like the horror movie type shots, I think that clicked it for me, because I was like, why are we being horrified right now? And that's it. That is the question. Why are we being horrified right now over this? That is the question. It's very interesting.
And I don't need anything other than you.
Ooh, chills. So interesting. So good. I love that, actually. I actually love that. It gets you thinking. She gets you thinking. I love when someone gets me thinking. That turns me on. Oh, okay. Because dreaming costs money, my dear. Okay. Beautiful piano.
I can still smell the fire, though I know it's long died out. The smoke still hangs in my hair, and on some quiet evenings it burns my eyes. So darling, play your violin. I know it's what you live for. Darling, play your violin.
is a phenomenal actress. The subtlety that she can emote with one look is incredible. And I say this as someone who literally went to school for theater, for acting. Not to say that I'm like this, I'm the person that can judge everything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I very much am invested in this. And she's a phenomenal actress. Like, how are you allowed to be an amazing filmmaker, an amazing songwriter, an amazing vocalist, and an amazing actress? How are you allowed to be that talented? She's incredible. What an amazing soul.
I once lived in the sea. Bring me to your ear. You can hear the tide where I used to be.
Oh. It's like I feel we're getting the character from, and character, like her, from class of 2013 here. Like, we're seeing her roam the halls of her school and just, you know, contemplating, like, how much longer can I do this? Knowing the sacrifice that's being made for her. And it's like we're seeing the guilt, I think, in this. I'm interested what the class of 2013 will be, because I feel like we are seeing that side already in this. I'm really interested. This is really cool.
Now I'm but a shell. Oh, baby, don't say sorry. Darling, play your violin. I know it's what you live for. Darling, play your violin. We will manage somehow. Don't regret anything. Remember what you're here for. You just play your violin.
It's like, it feels like we are getting the mother's point of view. Like, when I said we are getting the mother's point of view, but it's embodied in her. So it's like, I'm at school right now and I hear my mother's voice in my head saying this, keeping me going, reminding me why I'm doing what I'm doing, why she's doing what she's doing. And that shot that we just had, it felt like that. It felt like her kind of embodying her mother and what her mother would be saying to her. That was beautiful.
We will manage somehow.
Don't look at me like that. Oh, she has a beautiful soul. Wow. That was stunning. I'm telling you, Oscar for that. Okay, next one is Circle. Ooh. Water? Oh, I thought it was like a reflection, water. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, this is wild. So cool.
slept with a man you knew. And in the morning I walked home alone.
It's mirrored.
And the
That has to be.
businessmen saw my bones.
That has to be a key symbol. It's mirrored. Oh, there's so much, like, already, like, just in the lyrics of this song, there's so much that goes into it, and now I'm adding that layer. Oh, I'm gonna have to think about that. I might not get it in the reaction, but it's getting my brain going.
With my skirt in their eyes, they remembered the nights when they were that man you knew. You told me once you were happy to have me, but I never gave me away. There's a lie that I told to you.
Oh, it's mesmerizing.
I would
To me.
give you my heart, I think.
Oh,
But it's
normal.
up in a branch of a tree. It was only to tease when he climbed up the tree. Put my heart where I couldn't reach. I didn't mind, I adored him so. We forgot and we left for home, and that was so long ago. Now the tree, it has grown, and nobody knows my lover is buried underground. Nobody knows my lover is buried underground. Nobody knows my lover is buried underground. There's a lie that I told to you.
and we're back to normal. It's so interesting. There is something to do with mirroring and full circle, everything coming around full circle. I'm gonna have to contemplate that. We're doing contemplating in a lot of these videos, so I'm allowed to contemplate, but yeah, something to do with that is what I'm feeling, but I haven't quite put all the pieces together. It's very interesting. Very, very intriguing and interesting. I think we're on the last one now, right? It should be class of 2013. Okay. So we're kind of in the similar setup here.
I'm tired. Can I sleep in your house tonight? Mom, is it alright if I stay for a year or two? Mom, I'll be quiet.
Okay, now I feel like it's flipped again, where it's like, yes, this one, it's like now we're the mother at home, that we've got the TV and we're just staring out the window. I feel like now she's the mother embodying the That's very interesting.
It would be just to sleep at night, and I'll leave once I figure out how to pay for my own life too. Mom, would you wash my back this once, and then we can forget?
That was powerful. I do think, though, I think that was the mom in that one. So it was the mom, like, almost like listening, similar to what I thought about the last one. So that was, so freaking interesting. Holy. That gave me a lot to continue contemplating about for this amazing record. Wow. Okay. That was incredible. Thank you so much. Let me know what your thoughts are. You've had a little bit more time to potentially to contemplate all this and come up with, you know, the big picture. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on these things and what you thought about certain things that I said. If I sparked anything in you, I would love to hear it. Next video we're gonna do is we're gonna do some live performances from this record before we move on to the next one. So I'm super excited. I will most likely post a post on YouTube asking for, you know, the best stuff, that we need to be doing for this little era. So make sure you take a look out for that. If you've got suggestions for that, I would love to hear it. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week, and I will see you for the next video.